Physics is the branch of science that seeks to understand how the universe works at every level, from the tiniest particles to the vastness of galaxies. It explores the nature of matter, energy, space, and time, and the interactions between them. At its heart, physics asks fundamental questions like, why do objects fall? What is light made of? How do stars shine? How does electricity work? These questions might seem simple, but the answers have led to some of the most profound discoveries in human history. Physics is all around. Use It explains how the sun rises, why your phone works, how airplanes fly, and even how you're able to walk without floating away. One of the most important ideas in physics is the concept of forces, which are pushes and pulls that cause objects to move or change direction. Gravity is a force that pulls everything toward the Earth, and it's why when you toss a ball into the air, it comes back down. Another key part of physics is energy, which is the ability to do work or cause change. Energy comes in many forms like kinetic energy, motion, thermal energy, heat, and electrical energy used in electronics. Physics helps us understand how energy moves and changes form, such as how a power plant converts fuel into electricity, or how sunlight turns into chemical energy through plants in a process called photosynthesis. One of the earliest breakthroughs in physics came from Isaac Newton, who in the 1600s formulated 3 laws of motion and discovered the law of universal gravitation. His work explained how objects move and interact, and laid the foundation for classical mechanics, which still helps us design cars, bridges, and roller coasters today. Later, Albert Einstein introduced his theory of relativity, changing how we understand space and time. He showed that time can slow down and space can bend, especially around massive objects like black holes. Meanwhile, in the world of the very small, scientists developed quantum physics, which studies particles like electrons and photons. Unlike the predictable world of classical physics, quantum physics reveals a universe full of strange behavior. Particles can exist in 2 places at once, and outcomes are often based on probabilities rather than certainties. Though it may sound bizarre, quantum physics is essential to modern technology, including lasers, computers, and even smartphones. Physics is also deeply connected with other sciences. Chemistry depends on physics to explain the behavior of atoms and molecules. Biology uses physics to understand how the body moves, how the brain sends signals, or how light enters the eye. In astronomy, physics helps us study the stars, the motion of planets, and the expansion of the universe. In environmental science, physics helps us understand weather patterns, ocean currents, and climate change. In engineering, physics is the foundation of designing everything from engines and electrical circuits to robots and spacecraft. As technology advances, physics continues to evolve. Today, physicists are working on groundbreaking ideas like fusion energy, which could provide almost unlimited clean power, quantum computing, which could solve problems current computers can't, and dark matter, a mysterious substance that makes up most of the universe but has yet to be seen directly. Even though physics can seem challenging, it starts with curiosity and observation. Anyone can start learning physics just by asking questions about how things work and noticing the patterns around them. For example, have you ever wondered why ice floats on water or why the sky is blue? Physics has answers for these everyday wonders. It teaches us to think logically, solve problems, and make predictions based on evidence. Experiments are a key part of physics. They help test ideas and uncover new truths. For instance, Galileo is famous for dropping balls from the Leaning Tower of Pisa to test how gravity affects objects of different weights. Today, physicists use high-tech equipment like particle accelerators to smash atoms together and observe the tiniest building blocks of matter. They also use telescopes to look deep into space and study the origins of the universe. Physics often involves math because it provides a language to describe and predict how things behave. Equations like F equals ma, force equals mass times acceleration, allow scientists and engineers to calculate what will happen in different situations. But even without heavy math, the concepts in physics are meaningful, and powerful understanding them helps people develop better technology, improve medical devices, and even build things like electric cars or space telescopes. Physics isn't just for scientists and lab sits, also for inventors, problem solvers, and anyone who's ever asked why or how. Whether you're designing a video game, building a treehouse, or wondering how a rainbow forms, you're thinking like a physicist. The beauty of physics lies in its ability to connect the simple with the complex. Take a bouncing ball and relate it to the motion of a planet, or to take a glowing light bulb and explain it using particles that are invisible to the naked eye. In essence, physics is the story of the universe written in the language of science. It tells us where we came from, how things work, and where we might go next. From the moment you wake up and turn on a lamp to the satellite helping you navigate to school, physics is behind it all. And the more we learn about it, the better we can understand, appreciate, and improve the world we live in. So the next time you see a falling leaf, a shooting star, or the spark when you plug something in, remember physics is at work, and it's a field filled with wonder, mystery, and endless discovery.